What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more soundtrack slash score music. We're going to listen to another tune from the Code Blue Helicopter Doctor franchise. This time, though, we're going to listen to a tune from the third season. I mentioned before when I did the reaction to Misty DPS that the show started in 2008 and it ran like the first season 08, the special episode, which is like in Japanese television, special episodes are often like when they decide that, maybe we can come back for at least like one more movie length episode, and in some cases if it comes back for another season it serves to like bridge the two seasons, which is what it did in this case. So the special episode was 09, season 2 is 2010, and then it was off, like it was done for like 7 years, and there is sort of a conclusion. It's a bit open-ended, but it could have ended with season 2. But I was a big fan, so when 7 years later I suddenly found out, oh, they're coming back for a season 3, I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. And indeed, not only do all the principal people come back, not only is it a really good season, as good as either of the first two, with actually better subtitles, at least, the company that does these international releases for J-Drama, which is called DVD Version. Like, that's the name of the company. I think it's a Malaysian company. But you can find the DVDs on, like, eBay, Amazon, and so on. In any case, not only do all the principals come back, not only is it written really well and does it offer a bit more closure than the end of Season 2, but it's still kind of open-ended, and indeed they come back for a film, which is set basically like a few months after the end of Season 3. And even that ends in a sort of open-ended way, or at least, like, there's a like quasi-romance that runs through all 3 seasons into the film, and even by the end of the film it's like, maybe they're gonna be together, maybe. So yeah, that's like one layer that's a bit frustrating, but no, it's just a brilliant show. In the music in season 3, they use several of the tracks from the first 2 seasons, but there's also several new additions, and one of them in particular is used at the most like emotionally epic. I mean, over the course of 3 seasons, this show made me weep a few times, and there's once or twice in season 3 where this tune is playing at a particularly emotional moment, and it just kills it. So again, shout out to Sato Naoki, the composer and producer of the music for the show, the 3 seasons of the show, as well as a special episode. Again, I'm not so sure about the movie. The credits on the back of the Blu-ray in the movie are in Japanese, so I can't read kanji or katakana or hiragana, so bottom line, I'm not sure if he did the music for the film, but he did do the music for all 3 of the seasons of the show. So without further ado, this is Facing Oneself from season 3 of Code Blue Helicopter Doctor by Sato Naoki. Drama level of this show. Very tight, almost like plucked melody. It's like you're hitting like a golden symbol. The kind of like xylophone style tonal bass. The bass hit. It's just the wonderful gratuitous bass hit on the way out the door. It's a masterpiece. I mentioned it, all my comments on my old channel. Like, I don't even care about the. Oh, it's gonna repeat. I apologize. It's a FLAC, and the FLAC files I have to play on a different media player, and I had it set to like repeat on default. Regardless, like all the. What was I saying? It ruined it. Something about the track. Well, I don't think this is what I was going to say, but during the listen, I was thinking, Facing Oneself, it's a really great name because, not only is the drama in relation to the way people are injured and, it's not just like they have to use their, like, training and their skills to, quickly, like, staunch the bleeding and help someone's wound or whatever. But it's, they learn, and of course, like, this is part of the theme that, like, when they first get to this residency, they're not great at dealing with dealing with other departments in the hospital and, making stupid rookie mistakes. Like, there's one guy who's like, they're about to do the, like, electro paddles on someone, and he kind of like, he's not thinking, they're like, clear, and he's like, oh yeah, sure, and he has his hand on the thing, on the guy's, like, leg, and he, like, ends up getting, himself shocked. So there's all sorts of, like, learning curve things, but one of the things is that they have to, like, come to terms with, like, why am I trying to be a doctor? Like, if I'm just trying to be a doctor because I want to impress my parents or whatever, maybe this type of doctor work is not for you, because people's lives depend on your work, like, second by second in this job. And also, like, if you're the main guy, like, are you here because you just, want to constantly prove how good you are because you had a tough childhood with, poor economic means, and so now you're just trying to, like, crush through everything to just show everyone, that, like, you're not limited by your upbringing or whatever. I mean, there's all sorts of, like, personal struggles and growth, like, arcs or trajectories over the course of the 3 seasons. And this tune, like, it's not just used when people are hurt. That's what I was going to say. It's used, like, in moments where they're going through kind of emotional turmoil, or where they're having to come to terms with, like, who they are relative to maybe who they thought they were. So naming this tune Facing Oneself is a really good name. So yeah, like I said, really, if you haven't seen it, check out Code Blue. You can get the first season on, like I said, Amazon or eBay. The DVD international releases, it'll have, like, Chinese and English subtitles. Now, some of these DVD releases by this company, the subtitles are great all the way through. Sometimes it's like half the episodes are really good and the other half are like, what's being said, but there's some grammar issues and whatever. And then there are some releases where, like, most of the episodes are like that. Again, I've never seen one where you can't figure out what they're saying, or, like, it's so bad that, like, I can't even watch it. But again, some of them are, like, flawless, which begs the question, it's like, did some of the shows they farm out to, like, oh, that's Hero, like, he's not the greatest translator, but we give him some of the jobs just to keep him happy. But yeah, like I said, there's a wide range of, like, quality in terms of the subtitles, and that maybe more so the older shows. Since I'd say 2015, I think the quality's got a lot better, and most of the shows have good subtitles all the way through. But regardless, one way or another, by hook or by crook, I would recommend seeing Code Blue, Helicopter Doctor. It's absolutely worth it. Let me know what you think of this tune. Other than that, I will see you next time.